up your glasses, a shout for the masses. Here we go, and so begins the show. And not for the first time, we step on the fall line, and just like that, we watch the fireworks start.
I was in a band called the Delgados, and we started in Glasgow back in 1995, and then we put out 5 albums over the course of the next decade, and we eventually split up at the start of 2005. And very shortly afterwards I decided that I wanted to keep writing and performing and singing, and I managed to get a deal as a solo artist, and I'm now at the point where the album's coming out this year.
You said it was alright, you said it was just another night.
It's piano, acoustic guitar based, trying to represent the album in an acoustic way. I think there's an awful lot of assumption that goes with calling yourself a solo artist, and in some ways I'm not sure how much of a good idea it'll be to have called me just by my name. When people hear that, when they hear about a solo artist, they almost expect that person to be, well, completely on their own. Whereas the album's a full production, and tonight, for example, even though it is acoustic, it's still accompanied by Jamie Savage, who has been playing keyboards with me on the album and live for the past year and a half.
Sleep if you can. Tell me that it isn't true, the things they say did to you. For my rage flies and a man dies, and this is what I'd like to do.
It is a change, but it's not as dramatic a change as some people might assume, because I'm still surrounded by other people playing with me and recording with me, and the album is such a full-on affair that I suppose the danger is that when people do eventually hear it, they're maybe going to be thinking, that's completely different to what I heard that night in the goat. I don't know, but I don't know. I think it's nice to be able to be versatile with what you do.
Given a lie, give it some truth. Given a maybe, give it some proof. This body is cleaner and one to behold. My truth is uncovered, untainted, untold. Hello to the people I considered old.
I have been used to working with a band where all of us were basically equal partners, and we always wrote together and we arranged together, and it was very much about the 4 of us as a unit. So I've tried to get a balance between still having enough people around me to actually help arrange the songs, whilst at the same time keeping an eye on how I want the song to actually end up at the end of the day. And it's been a steep learning curve, because even though I was in a band for a long time and I knew what it was like to record because I'd done it so often, it's a different thing when everyone's looking to you to kind of say, well, is this what you want? Because before it was a case of, well, what did the 4 of us want?
All the things you often made them do and look, everyone's smiling, someone's telling them to just stop trying. Do no wrong.
It's a nice amount of dates. I mean, it's 3 dates it's a nice, neat amount, and playing cities that I know pretty well through having played with the band for so long. But I hadn't actually been to Dundee for quite a while, until this month, and I was really surprised at the amount of people that came along. I thought it was absolutely terrific. And Edinburgh last night was really, really packed as well. So I've been really pleasantly surprised at the turnout. I've been really pleased, and I think the artwork for this and the whole tour has been absolutely wonderful.
Truth has uncovered my negative ways, and one of the people I struggle to praise.
I've got a single coming out in May, first single from the album coming out in May, and then hopefully at least another one or two following after that. So we'll see where we go. I think you get to the point where you do it for the sake of making the album, and then everything else that follows is completely unknown, and you just keep your fingers crossed and hope that the actions are positive enough to make you want to do it again.
I grapple with time, but I can't make it fit. They trusted you.
I think one of the really positive things about deciding to do it as a solo is that I can actually work with anybody that I like now, from now on, which is really exciting. I like that element of it. I'm really looking forward to being able to maybe do different recordings with different people in the future, and who knows what ideas might come up, and see what the future holds. Thank you very much.